I'm gonna get my revenge, Burnett Stone, on you and that engine. You know what revenge sounds like. P.T. Boomer before setting the explosives on Muffle Mountain SRC. Passing through Boomer, commonly referred to as P.T. Boomer or just Boomer, was a character who was originally going to be the main antagonist of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but was cut from the film due to the test audiences complaining that he would be too scary for the film's target audience being younger children. His role was replaced by Diesel 10, who was originally the secondary antagonist, and Boomer himself was demoted to a minor cameo in one scene. 1 Biography. 2 Personality. 3 Behind the Scenes. 4 Appearances. 5 Trivia. 6 Merchandise. 7 See Also. 8 References. 9 External links. Biography. Very little is known about P.T. Boomer's life prior to the film, but he was jealous of the relationship that Burnett Stone had with Tasha Stone and bullied Burnett into allowing him to take Lady for a run. After he crashed her, he ended up being sentenced to prison before ultimately leaving Shining Time while Burnett spent years trying to restore her, to no avail. Boomer is described in the script as being a drifter through choice, not circumstance. 2 He returns 40 years later, now a bitter and dark character bent on getting rid of Lady. Boomer is the reason behind Mutt's unease and the reason for bringing Lily to Shining Time rather than letting her go onto Muffle Mountain. Boomer spends much of his time throughout the film arguing with Burnett Stone and Billy Tooksvyathers and digging into the mountain looking for Lady. He has no ownership or connections with Diesel 10, not even meeting him until the film's climactic chase scene, other than their shared desire to destroy Lady and Solder. He does not believe in magic, and when he finds Thomas on Muffle Mountain, he believes that he is just a huge toy. Thomas is the reason why Boomer ends up on Solder. He discovers the entrance to the Magic Railroad after Thomas rolls down the mountain, due to Boomer using explosives to destroy the ledge where Thomas is stuck on, and falls through it. When Thomas and Lady arrive back on Solder, Diesel 10 arrives, just as Boomer flies through the magic buffers. Landing on Diesel 10's roof, he declares that he is after Lady as well, to which the former declares that makes 2 of us. Boomer spends the chase throwing taunts at Burnett, to which Burnett declares that the magic he refuses to believe in will get the better of him. He and Diesel 10 meet their fates during the chase scene when they plunge off the viaduct into a barge filled with sludge. Boomer spits water out of his mouth and angrily glares into the camera. It is unknown what happened to him after the chase, but it could be assumed that he may have been rescued and arrested by police. Much like in the final film, they are towed away on the barge, but in the original script, they are transformed into sludge by way of Junior's magic bandana. Personality. Boomer is an opportunist, who has drifted from situation to situation, making money wherever he can, usually out of others' misfortunes too. He is an emotionally muddy man who is obsessed with cleanliness and order, and does not believe in magic to any extent too. Now he is out of opportunities, except one, to return to Shining Time with only himself, his motorcycle, a lifelong grudge and a thirst for revenge. When he first hits town, destruction, physical and verbal, is an easy carefree pastime too. A cold cynical bully, he is out of place in the sunny and caring town of Shining Time, dismissing Billy's genuine nature as playing innocent like the rest of this town. With little care for the beauty in the world, he sees his search for Lady as an additional benefit to level the mountain for skyscrapers and parking lots, believing that money makes you happy. In addition to Boomer's petty and cruel nature, he is also not above to resort to sleazy tactics to get what he wants, such as attempting to bribe Patch with a bunch of cash if he helped him locate Lady. In the end, his cynicism, greed, and desire for revenge is what brings Boomer to a literal downfall. Behind the scenes. P.T. Boomer was created by Britt Allcroft to be the main antagonist of the film Thomas and the Magic Railroad, with Diesel 10 as the secondary antagonist. However, during a screening of one of the film's drafts, A test audience complained about the character being too frightening for a younger audience, so he was demoted into making a cameo appearance at the last minute, leaving Diesel 10 rewritten as the primary antagonist of the film. As a result, many elements in the film's plot that were driven by him were left unexplained, thus leaving a plot that was viewed by audiences as contrived, leading to poor critical and financial reception. Despite being cut from the final film, P.T. Boomer can be easily seen in the original trailer for the film where he falls down the Big Dipper with Diesel 10-3. He also appeared in another trailer carrying his Dynamite 4. He also managed to appear in the final film in some ways, such as the chase scene, in which he can be seen riding on top of Diesel 10's rear cab roof in some shots in the form of a Gauge 1 figurine. In 2 shots, the figurine that was on top of him was edited out in post-production. It can be seen in various wide shots, as there was no possibility of editing it out nor there was enough time to redo these shots without it. In the scene where Stacy Jones drops Lily off to her grandpa Stone, Boomer is seen confronting Stone. However, as Boomer was already cut from the film, the scene was altered through additional dialogue recording, ADR, such that he is now simply a biker asking for directions. Many scenes pointing towards his role are seen as well, such as Billy Toofiathers holding flowers while speaking with Stacy. In said scene, Billy and Mutt encounter P.T. Boomer waiting for them on the Shining Time station platform. After a confrontational exchange about Burnett Stone's whereabouts and being stonewalled by Billy, an enraged Boomer leaves, but not before taking a swing at the hanging flower basket that Mr. Conductor had watered earlier. The script describes Billy picking up the flowers that have dropped onto the ground. Also, while driving Lily to see Burnett, Stacy is seen holding a photograph. Even though in the film it is not clear as to what it is, according to the original script, it was a picture of a younger Burnett and Tasha during a school dance with P.T. Boomer angrily eyeing the couple. Also, after Billy Toofiathers waves to the children, in the original cut, from Billy's point of view, he would see a motorcyclist, Boomer, racing across the hillside. He purposely cuts in front of the train at the crossing, startling Billy to apply the brakes and blow the locomotive's whistle. The tense atmosphere of this shot was enhanced by Britt Allcroft including a flock of panicked birds suddenly taking flight upon hearing the whistle's shriek. He also appeared in the books, Diesels and Engines, The Thomas and the Magic Railroad Activity Book and The Thomas and the Magic Railroad Book, all of which were published before he was officially cut. He was originally planned to have an Ertl model released, but was shelved after he was cut from the film. Appearances. Television series. Other media. Films. 2000, Thomas and the Magic Railroad, cameo, full roll cut. 2025, The Magic Railroad, Director's Cut. Music videos. 2000. Some Things Never Leave You. Roll cut. Trivia. As revealed by Britt Allcroft in 2019, the PT in P.T. Boomer's name stands for Passing Through. 5. In the original script, he is around 55 to 60 years of age too. Boomer appears in the first 12 of the 13 versions of the film, before being cut entirely, with the exception of several cameos, in the final film 6. 3 Gauge 1 figures of P.T. Boomer were made for the film where he had to interact with the Gauge 1 models of the engines. The first figure was of him sitting, placed on top of Diesel 10 in some shots of the chase scene. The second was of him placed on top of Diesel 10 in the shot where they go through Henry's tunnel. And the third was of him lying, placed on the sludge in the first shot of Diesel 10 on the barge full of sludge. Until the 2020 Shout! Factory Blu-ray release of the film, most of P.T. Boomer scenes were never officially available, although leaked clips had surfaced online over the years. 7.